Hey everybody, I'm Greg Boston, CPA and president of QuickBooks Made Easy for Nonprofits, coming at you with the July 2024 after July 4th quick tip. And this is for those of you that are using QuickBooks Online. And it's specifically about cleaning up the dashboard. So what I mean by dashboard is I mean by what's really kind of your home page. And to get to it, I mean, it's already on the screen here, but if you just click dashboard here and you click home, this is what I'm calling the dashboard, the home dashboard, I guess I should say. And what I want you to do is I want you to clean it up because it has a lot of stuff on it and a lot of it you don't want. And it's just kind of messy and confusing. And if you're like me, you just kind of blow it off and look past it. But let's make this stuff be more designed for ourselves, all right? And not just let QuickBooks put whatever it wants to on this dashboard. So you can customize it. So the first thing is if you're new to QuickBooks Online, they're going to have this ad here. Book your personalized setup session, a free setup call with a specialist. I wouldn't recommend doing that. The people that you're going to be talking to, well, I just wouldn't recommend doing that. I'll just leave it at that. So I'm going to click the X right here to kind of get rid of that. And then also there's a setup checklist. But again, I would probably go with a professional, maybe somebody at QuickBooks Made Easy or your accountant. So I'm going to go ahead and click these little three dots here, and I'm going to click Close Widget and Confirm. And then it'll hide that. Okay. So now we're going to have some other screens on here. This one here is called Shortcuts, and it shortcuts to things that you do a lot. So this is kind of cool. If you go ahead and click on this little pencil, it'll open it up and you can pick what you want. Get paid online, that's kind of an advertisement at this point. Maybe you don't do invoices, so I'll get rid of that. Record an expense, create a check. Maybe I want check before, after expense, but before I add a bank deposit. So I can click on these diamonds and just kind of drag it up like that. Just trying to see. Create sales receipt. We use that a lot. Nonprofits do. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to move it before the bank deposit, so it kind of matches the order. If you've been taking trainings from me, you know you usually record a sales receipt to record a donation, and then later on when it's time to put it in the bank, you click bank deposits. So trying to think if there's anything else here that's big. I like to just keep major stuff on here so we don't have a lot. I think that's good, so I'm going to go ahead and click save, and now there's just the four things on here, and if I click on one of these, it'll just take me right, you know, where I want to go. So I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and X out of here. So I do like that. I like this bank account. Gives me the balances in the bank accounts. Also, if you set up your account for online banking, you can access the bank transactions that way. I like the little profit and loss. But the rest of this stuff on here, I don't really use that much, like sales and accounts receivable. I don't really use that. You certainly wouldn't use accounts receivable if you don't do invoicing. And sales is only going to work if you are using the sales form. So if you don't use the sales receipt or the invoice, yours might say pledge, then this thing is going to always say zero anyway. So I like to get rid of that. So they added this a little while ago. You see this customized layout? When you click on this, these things will turn into boxes. And you see the little trash can here? So if you don't want something, you can just click on the trash can and it gets rid of it. So I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of mileage. The cash flow trend I don't really use. Expenses, I kind of like that little chart there. Income, this again is only going to have information from sales forms that you've entered. And specifically, I believe it's only invoices. Yeah, it is. So even though it says income, it's really only invoices. So if you don't invoice, I'm going to get rid of that as well. So then you've got deposits and tax profit. I mean, what the heck? So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. I wonder if you can get rid of this. Suggestions for you. Let's see if it'll let me. These are different tips. I just clicking the X until it finally, I believe, goes away. Of course, it may come back later on. This is an advertisement for a QuickBooks checking account, which I don't think you should have. This is like a checking account instead of a bank. QuickBooks is acting as your bank. So anyway, I think that's it. So we just got these 5, and then we can change the order of them. You know, say I want the P&L to be, I see these little green square with the arrows. This means I can kind of drag things, move things around here. So maybe I'll put the bank account there, and then I'll move this and put the expenses up there. So now there's not much on here. I wish I could get rid of this last thing, but it doesn't look like oh, there's an X. Let's see if it lets me get rid of it. There is. Yay. Okay. I'm sure new stuff will pop up. But anyway, so I think that's pretty cool. Are these customizations useful? I'll click the up arrow, and then I'll click Save. And now it's much cleaner. Okay, so the only other thing I want to say is if you are interested in learning about restricted grants, I feel like I've taught it a lot, but I know there's a number of you that still are trying to learn how to track restricted grants, particularly in QuickBooks Online. We have a course that's coming up. If you go to QuickBooksMadeEasy.com and you go to live webinars and you go to July 16th, deep dive into tracking restricted grants in QuickBooks for online users. It's $179 normally, but that's next week, July 16th. And I'll just go ahead and click on there, and there's all the info on it. Everything we're going to learn so that you can really enter transactions, point them to grants, get grant reports that tell you how the dollars were spent. It's $179. It's 2 to 4 next Tuesday, but my guess is there's probably a coupon somewhere for a little bit off, somewhere in the what you're watching now, somewhere around that video that you're watching. So when you sign up for it, you can get a little bit off. And I hope you come to it. We'll laugh. We'll take breaks. We'll have fun. It'll be awesome. See you there.